Okay, so Isaiah and I created this website that is about fantasy football, and it's basically just our opinions on the players, and we use this program called Stella, which I'll get into later, but it's called Fantasy Scholars. Um, so our essential question for this project was how we can get fantasy owners and how we can help them and have them learn about fantasy football and how we can involve the community and bring people together and get people to like fantasy football to possibly make that their hobby too. I showed my friend a website, and he said that he wanted to play fantasy football next year because he looked at all the statistics and everything about whatever's on our website about fantasy football, and he instantly got hooked. So our website could change. We want our website to change a lot of people's lives too. Um, I chose this project because it's something I love to do, kind of a side thing. I play a lot of fantasy stuff. I play basketball, fantasy basketball, and fantasy football is my favorite one. And I knew it was gonna be a tough project to do by myself, by writing all these blogs and working everything and doing the program and stuff. So luckily, someone else, Isaiah, had interest in helping me, and he loved the project too. So we decided to get together and do a fantasy blog. So in the beginning, we had to do a lot of research on players, and we had to look at other fantasy blogs, and we had to try to contact people, but I'll explain that later. And so I saw a lot of blogs, and a lot of them they do a lot of research. The experts like Matthew Berry, and they have their own thing. He did Matthew Berry does just a segment called love/hate. So he just explains the players he loves and the players he hates, and yeah. So we wanted to do our own thing, and we actually on our blog we incorporated photos and videos with and below is the blog and our own opinion and stuff. So the different types of blogs we have is like I said, a photo and a video. Because I think that's unique in a way. At first it was only photos, but then the Weebly website we used, it really expanded our horizon, and we ended up incorporating videos on the players, because that could not because what they say, a pictures can explain it. It's worth 1,000 words, and if you watch a video, then that can just say alone like how good the player is and stuff. And people like watching videos, so we thought that importing a video would be good. And we have videos and photos too, so just to spread it around. So in the middle, so that's when in the middle of this process, that's like the meat of this process. That's when Isaiah and I started writing all these blogs. So we researched players, and we just started writing our own opinion on them, and we used stats from the previous season, stats from this season, and we used that to write our own opinion on how we think the players are going to do for the rest of the season, and if they're good fantasy players or not. And we wrote about players that are sleepers, and we wrote about players that are a sure fantasy pick, safe start for the week. So we use this program Stella, which is a program that really helped us. We used that for projections. So in Stella, we basically grab numbers from this season, and we imported it in for Stellar. There's these square boxes, So we click on the square boxes, we title it the player, we put all the numbers in. So say I'm trying to I'm gonna try to predict the yards per game for Matthew Stafford. So I would grab the yards per game on the season that he has, and put that in, and I would also look at his opponent for that week and see how many yards a game they have given up and stuff, and from there I'd put that number in, and I would connect them too, so and then Stella would make a prediction, and Stella has it includes graphs. We can make it into graphs so it's easier to read, and in the graph it just says what they're projected to do, and from there that would help too, because we made it so that we can incorporate fantasy football in a different way, because it's not just about your opinion. There's math to it and science to it too, which I'll explain later. So finally, we updated at the end. We updated the website. We started posting all our blogs. We started posting the Stella stuff, and it was a good feeling because we worked really hard. Me and Isaiah and I worked really hard on this project, and it was just a good feeling to have our product finally finished at the end. So our 4 core competencies was math, science, English, and social studies. So for social studies, we looked at research on the history of the players to use that and project we used that and put it in Stella, and we also did that to write in our blogs and project how the player's doing. So in my blog I wrote the history of the player, like this guy was a 4-time Pro Bowler and stuff, or his stats from before, and his age and stuff, and how he did against his opponent in recent history and stuff. So we used that, and we used the history of the player. We included that in our projections. For English, we for our blog we just wrote paragraphs about the players, so that helped us with our English. Helped us with grammar, because we had to. Of course, we would have to reread it if we're gonna post it to the public, and if bad grammar, that's very bad for our product, because then these people would probably think we're idiots and amateurs and stuff. So that's for English. And for science we used, for math and science, we actually used the math and numbers, and we used that and projected how the player was gonna do. So and that was all in the program Stella, so Stella really helped us a lot. So that was for the math and science part. For the community, it benefits the community because, like I said before, this website could really get people to like fantasy football, and on Sundays you can just lay back with your friends and watch football, and it's a good hobby, and cheer on your players and the teams you want to win. So it could really bring people together, and this website helps people just make it more fun and see different ways on how to look at fantasy football and stuff. It's not just pick a player. There's a lot of math and science to it. So yeah, that's how it can help the community. For second semester, me and Isaiah were thinking about doing a fantasy basketball vlog, but we're probably just gonna keep on posting updates on fantasy football during the off season, and where the players go, and all that stuff. So any questions?